Artie, Zen. Yeah, yeah. Look, we're just gonna throw some bars in, have a bit of a laugh, have some fun. Hope you guys like it. Much love. You know what it is. Come on, you ones.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to a very special edition of the In Crowd. To my left is a gentleman who's new to our group, and he's been connected to Ghana Hammers for a very long time. He'll tell you more about that. Please introduce yourself, Abdul.
Yeah, as you said earlier on, good afternoon from Ghana and to everywhere you might have been listening. This is Abdul, the president of the Ghanaian Hammers. Then we've been in existence for more than a decade now, and then we'll be taking you through a lot of our works, and then how we have been formed, and then how we have been engaged as a West Ham fan community in Ghana here as we go along.
That's great. That's fantastic. So you've been going for more than 10 years. That's fantastic. We'll get into that a little bit more in a moment. But first of all, before we go any further, in Ghana, it's very difficult, I understand, to get West Ham merchandising, shirts, towels, flags and stuff like that. It's very difficult to get them. So on behalf of Abdul and his friends in Ghana, I'd like to put out a little appeal for anybody that may have anything. Please leave a comment on this video with some contact details, and I'll get back to you for any donations that you may have. That's kit, doesn't matter what size it is, from child up to adult, and any other merchandise that you want to donate, please do, and I'll make sure that it gets out there to the Ghanaian Hammers. So let's move on a little bit. We'll go back to that later. But first of all, how did you become a West Ham fan? I mean, you're thousands of miles from us, and it's an unusual choice, if you don't mind me saying so.
Yeah. Okay, it's true. As I would say, I'm not a real Cockney type, so because I wasn't born in East London, so it will be very difficult to see somebody supporting West Ham with all your heart from 5,000 miles away from where we are. Becoming a West Ham fan actually is a funny sight. So I've not been a fan of foreign football. I used to support my local base club here in Accra called Accra House of Oak. But there came a time in 2010 and I said, let me try the foreign football and see how it works and how staffs are. So, but my kind of support was to look at the clubs that makes impact on the academic system. So I make a scroll around and then I checked. And then I've seen that the great players that we are calling the Premier Leagues were product of the West Ham United academy. And then as it been named, the Academy of Football, as everybody call it. So, and then Harry Redknapp, growing up, was also a mentor to me. I like him. I love this man from afar. So I say, okay, if my ideology was to look at the teams that have produced, academic players, and then West Ham have top, the chart. So I say, let me try West Ham. But funny enough, when I try West Ham, I think somewhere 2010 going to 2012, I was alone here preaching about it. People were seeing all kind of funny side of me because the Liverpool, the Manchester United, the Arsenal, and then the now coming Tottenham, we're massive. You get right now that Tottenham is also massive, small, but the Arsenal, Liverpool, and the Man United were already on the peak. So I was just there dangling. You understand? I was just a single person. So I mean, the crowd, with the noise, I was just making the noise around. Then. Here come the love and then what expressions I have from East London. People were, accepting me as part of it. Like I was in it for more than 20 years. Just within 2 years, I had a good family. So I said, okay, if that is it, this club is not even a club. It's like a family to me. So the West Ham Bond become like a family staff. So somewhere 2012 going to 2013, 14, I had 5 dedicated members who have just joined me. They joined me just because of the kind of consistency I was being in a team that's so-called small. And then I was very, very loud. I was going on radio, TV, wherever there's a fan zone that is talking about football. I just bombed in. That time I was not even having a single West Ham shirt. But the kind of love I was getting from East London, people were now saying, okay, give me your address. Let me send you this shirt. Let me send you this. So, the love continued from there. So the so-called Manchester United and the Chelsea fans, they were seeing that, okay, I was rather having the link between myself and then the fans from the East London. So I was not getting, people that are coming on my way. So in 2017, we grew up from 1 to 5, from 5 to 17. So in 2017, the then British High Commissioner to Ghana, his name is Mr. John Benjamin. I always greet him wherever he has. He's now the ambassador. I think he's now the ambassador to Mexico, UK to Mexico. You can just check on him. He's John Benjamin, JONBENJAMIN. So he's John Benjamin. So he was a West Ham fan. And then he just invited me and then a few of my friends to let us familiarize with how West Ham work. So we went there, then he showed us love. From there to the fan base was also increasing. But to cut the story, from the 2010 till now, I think we are having not less than 370 going to 80 members. And then we've grown far, but we are allowed, as you know, and then we have been doing some kind of community works as well. We've done a lot of corporate social responsibilities. We've just opened up our McNoble Center for Learning, aiming at kids from age 6 to 14. We just want to mentor them. We just want to use McNoble as, being an 18 years in a club, and now we are flying in Europe. He's been a dedicated player, one of the best players the Premier League has produced. 18 years playing in a single club, it's not easy. No wonder he's now the best, or let me say the most appearance player for a single club for the past 18 years in the top 5 Europe League, because he's been working for us for long. So you see, the story just continue as it is until now. But as I will go, I will be taking you through. But you can guess, anyone that is watching us can get our Wolves match that we just played on the 27th of, I think, February or so. Was it February? Yeah, 27th February. You can see us, the match day program. We are featured that. You can just see the kind of works that we have been doing. It's on the West Ham match day program against Wolves in the London Stadium this year. So you can just get it, and then you can read some of the stories too as well.
Yeah. So, how many members do you have now then, Abdul?
Yeah, currently we having approximately, I would just say, because day in and day out people are texting us to join, but I now can say that we have about 384. It was 365 or 6, but now we are now 384. But by the end of the year, we are targeting the membership of no less than 500. People are looking at the work that we are doing, and then they are very enthused, and then they want to join.
Well, you are doing wonderful stuff, mate. That's all I can say. To grow from just a handful of people to almost 400 people is good stuff, and I want to congratulate you on that. That's fantastic work.
Oh, thank you, mate.
I've also, I've got a few questions that I want to put your way.
Okay.
Obviously, living in Ghana, it's very difficult for you to have actually been to any games. But have you actually been in London at any time and been to any of the stadiums?
Okay. As usual, the Bolivian ground was one of the favorites point. I've always been dreaming of going to Upton Park one of these days, like years gone by, but it never happened till now. I've never been in London, but I miss the hooliganism at the Bolivian ground, because I've watched videos. I've seen how this in the Upton Park was very, very, very inferior. I see the passion of the West Ham fans, the kind of, in and out of the game, how things work, but blah blah blah. I'm hoping one of these days, you never know, never. I'm not dead yet. You could find me at the London Stadium one of these days.
You'll
I'll
get there.
get there because I have that
I know
belief
you
and I
will.
have that spirit. It doesn't matter the
You
long
seem
time
like
it
a
takes,
man with determination.
but
So I
So
would
it's
imagine.
kind.
And obviously, when you do come to the UK, you will already have my number anyway.
Okay,
So you must contact me, and we will get together and
you
you
know,
know, we'll share some
no.
time together. And
You are
obviously,
now.
you've already met my brother-in-law, Hamid.
Hamid, yeah.
Unfortunately, he's a Chelsea fan, but that's
Uh,
forgivable,
oh no, but
yeah,
that's
he
okay.
wanted to just say a quick hello, so I'll.
Yeah, my
Salam
brother.
alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, my brother. How are you?
I'm not too bad. How are you too, bro?
Yeah. I'm just sitting in the blessing of the national chief. I'm just opposite, and then I'm
Alhamdulillah.
just talking to my brother as usual. Yeah, but I hope you're good. How is our wife?
Not too bad. Alhamdulillah. They're all good.
Yeah.
Everyone. Yeah.
What about the Ramadan?
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, brother.
Yeah, may we see it through, and then may Allah, reduce our burdens on this earth, and then may He give us Jannatul Firdaus. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much. Nice one.
no problem. Thank you.
There you go. Even though he's a Chelsea fan, he's a decent fella.
No, we can always get him because
So we're look. I even have Africa on my shirt today in honor of you, sir.
Yeah, I know.
Look.
Because you have the African blood in you, and I was very happy that things went smooth when we met on what will I say, Twitter, and then from there, my brother is just with you, so I'm very happy that things are just moving as it is planned. And always have the love that you share with me, and then I will never forget it till we meet anytime.
We shall one day soon, and I will be coming to Accra at some time as well.
Definitely.
I will be there.
Yeah, I'll
Let's
be
get back to West Ham though, because that's why we're here.
No problem.
Okay, so in your time as a West Ham fan, is there any particular player, one player that you would say is your favourite player from any time that you've watched West Ham?
From the time I was watching West Ham, I think there've been a lot of players that have given me hopes. Di Canio was one of the most terrific player, but when we talk of the current form and everything, I'll just have to always single McNoble because he has been with them and he's still now. You understand? He's now the longitude. You understand? Because he's now the most played player from Upton Park to to the London Stadium. And he's been, though he's not getting a playing time, but this is a mentor to this kids that we have. Because if you look at Declan Rice, he was the kind of player that mentored Declan Rice. And now Declan Rice is the captain of, though he's not the captain, but he has captained us most of our matches from last season. And I think that is why we are decided to honor McNoble in Africa here, first of its kind, because we've just gotten the center, and then we've given I think you've seen the pictures on our Twitter page. If you just go to our Twitter, just pin on our timeline, and we are forever grateful to McNoble for the kind of leadership and then the mentorship that he has given to both the academy players and then the senior players. So McNoble has always been somebody that I'm saying that aside Di Canio, that I love the kind of goal scoring, but Mac has been a symbol of hope for West Ham. That is why we call him Mr. West Ham.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I agree with that. That's a fantastic roundup of your favourite. That's great. And as you say, the murals on the walls of your academy are images of Mark Noble. And I'll pop them up on a later video.
No problem.
That they are very, very nice, and it's lovely that that you dedicated your academy to the said man, Mark Noble, and West Ham United. Incidentally, if there is anybody connected to West Ham United that does watch this, please, get in touch with me or Abdul and see if you can do anything to help these guys out there, because clearly they're passionate and clearly they want to promote West Ham United. So if there's anybody from the club watching this, please contact, because they will promote your club and you can help them do it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Moving on.
Okay.
One player that, or you know, maybe there's more than one, but a player that you think was never worthy of playing for West Ham, you know, somebody you think maybe we shouldn't have signed him.
I think Bobby, what is the name? I think we signed one of this player, Zaza. He came in the line. We signed him on with the hope. You understand? Zaza came from, let me say, a good foundation because we've seen him that he has played for some of these big clubs in Spain. But when he came, playing forward, when we are in a central forward, the hopes of the club sometimes rely on you because you score and the club is happy. You don't score and then the club is sad, and then let me say the fans are sad as well. I think Zaza had a time that I was having an expectation for him. He never flourished, and then he's been one of the players that I don't want to criticize, but he's one of the players that has disappointed with me on the claret and bush shirt.
Yeah. Okay. Then, you know, one moment in West Ham history that you've experienced, whether it be on TV or in a, you know, in the club with, or at the academy with your friends or something. You know, one West Ham moment where it really made you feel, yes, this is the club for me. Your ultimate West Ham moment.
Okay, my ultimate West Ham moment are two. Because I wanted to use only one, but let me use two. There came a time we were having strikers problem, and then there was a time that Dede Ayew was to leave. He wanted to leave to Swansea back on the 31st midnight. That is the deadline transfer window. Then Sako too wanted to go, so we are not having a striking option, and then Carroll too was injured. So that time it was a difficult time for West Ham, and then when Dede was not having playing time, he wanted to leave. So we were not having striking option then. And when excuse me to say, there was a bigotry statement from talks from our director of recruitment then, Mr. Tony Henry, who said West Ham will not be required to recruit black players in the near future because they cause mayhems. And then I took it as a pain, and I went on live on YouTube, disbanting his claim, telling people that West Ham has been one of the team that have produced black players, and then I've given them, we are just celebrating our black players month that is coming. Of our three players that West Ham were able to parade these three players, all black, the first in kind of the Premier League. So I just saw him a lot of players that have come through the black race. So his statement is a racist statement. Then the next morning, I said that the club has relieved him of his post. And then I was very happy that the club have, acted on this kind of bigotry statement and a racism statement. And then it was a moment that I feel that in a home that respect a lot of color. And then no matter who you are. So that was one of the points that I become I'm a proud West Ham fan then. But the other movement is, when Moyes took us from that danger, we're just going to relegation, and then Moyes, the Messiah came in. I call him the Messiah. Moyes, he came in. He rescued us, and then the season gone by. Then the next season, then we went in a European sport. And today, as you see, we are making history as it goes. We've been in the quarterfinals for it's an history that we just make that we are just in the quarterfinals for so many years. And then we are not doing bad in the Premier League as well because the points are tight. If we, do our arithmetic well, we could just still end up on a European spot this season again. I think Moyes taking us through till now has been one of the moments that I still hold in my heart. And then I was becoming a West Ham fan. It has helped me now because you can't talk of the top 6 or the top 5 or the top 7 without West Ham. Yeah. West Ham has been in the news for so many reasons.
People try to forget about us, though. Some of the the TV networks and stuff, they do tend to forget a little bit about us unless we're actually playing on that day.
Yeah, and West Ham has been in the mouth of people.
We can forgive that. Us long-standing West Ham fans, we've tolerated that for many, many years. So we don't really care about what the media say about us. We just know that West Ham are massive everywhere we go.
Yeah,
Simple.
everywhere we are massive. Everywhere we are massive. That remains
Everywhere
the
we
point.
go.
Yeah.
Okay, so favourite manager since you've been a West Ham fan? Obviously,
Okay.
clearly, that's got to be David Moyes, doesn't it?
It's David Moyes because he has lifted us from let me say where we were not supposed to be. But as I'm saying, my favorite manager is Moyes now. But as I'm saying, as growing up, I told you that Harry Redknapp was a mentor to me, and then I love him from afar. And then he's somebody who was able to parade. You know, people were talking about the Manchester United of 1993, the this of this, the this of, but you see, the Lampard, Joe Cole, you understand?
Yeah.
And then the DiCanio, those era, they carry, you know, we had those kind of generation that the Ferdinand, and you know, it was a very, very good time, you understand? So, I mean, then we're parading some players that the Premier League have now seen that they've put in some of them to the Hall of Fame, then blah, blah, blah. But these people have come into the line of coin of what West Ham. But as you said, I will not, dispute the fact that Moyes has, been the favorite manager because he's making us flying, high in Europe. And then everything is now successful now just because of Moyes. And then we just have to give him the credit because, as the saying goes, credit goes to where it is due.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so worst West Ham moment.
I can hear you well.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So worst West Ham moment.
I think West Ham moment was me seeing the team going back to relegation, and then you know, that year was one of the years that I nearly shed tears because all my blah 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 where you used to be on the 15th, the 13th, the 12th position, and I was still very happy. But when we went down to relegation back, and then I said, "Come on, this guy's gonna laugh me out." But I said, till I became, let me say, until I just leave this world, West Ham is part of me. So I supported West Ham back to the championship, and then here comes after the West movement, then we came back to the Premier League, and then we're still in the Premier League till then. So that when I saw West Ham going back to relegation was one of my West movement because at that time things were in that much distant, but seeing them going on relegation was one of the West movement that I've experienced.
Yeah, that seems to be quite a common theme when I ask that question, if I'm honest, Abdul. You know, for me, it's slightly different. For me, it was when I discovered that Carlos Tevez was going to be leaving. I always knew that he kind of would, but I thought we might get another season out of him, and I was really disappointed. And I actually did suffer a little bit of depression because of it. I know it sounds crazy, but I was really affected by that because I really believed that he was going to stay. And then it was almost like, you know, having your seat pulled away from behind you when you're about to sit down. Yeah, it's kind of a shock to me that he went. So, yeah, that's the worst actual moment when
for
I
you.
realised he weren't going to stay. And I was completely deflated. You know, I mean, I've seen some terrible times for West Ham. But for me, that's a personal one, you know, a real personal one.
Yeah, I don't want to chip in, but, you know, you guys are the real cockneys because you've been supporting West Ham for more than 40 years or so. So you were born in it, and then so you have more moments than I do. So if you are setting this one as one of your West moments, I think I will agree with you. And then Tevez, Mascherano time, there were these players that were brought into, to equip the club.
Yeah, another player
and then,
I used to love from our history.
And you know, Tevez was that aggressive striker type, and then anywhere Tevez has played, he has lived up, to his game. And then seeing him living at West Ham, I think that was your West moment, and then I agree with you. So,
So with the current team now, the actual squad that we have now. I mean, if we put Declan Rice to one side, because clearly he's world class and
he's world class.
He will continue to grow. But aside from Declan Rice, is there any other player in the current squad right now that you
Yeah.
would look at and say that he is either world class or he's going to become world class?
Okay. You see, there's a look at it. Jared
I
Bowen,
get
of
you.
course.
I get you.
Jared Bowen, of
Jared
course. You see,
Bowen.
Jared Bowen, because he's been terrific. We were very unfortunate that injury came his way. That he couldn't get the England call up because it was all on the media that this international break just passed by. Gerard Bowen would have gotten his England call up. But we see that he's still one of the English players that is on form, no doubt. If we look at all the wings player that we are playing, the left wing and the right wing, I don't think Gerard Bowen is very bad. And then he's a player that is carrying West Ham to where we are now. He just returned from injury, 2 matches, 2 goals. So the team lies not only on Rice and that, because if we are playing well and then we are not scoring, I don't think we'll achieve our feat. So Gerard Bowen has been terrific form. Then we'll just praying that he should just continue, and then we never know. We're gonna see him in the 2022 Qatar World Cup as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I think Jared Bowen has probably been the most improved player in the club,
yeah.
certainly this year. He's probably been one of the most improved players in the Premiership, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, it's high praise when teams like Liverpool come knocking on the door for a player. Although, you know, none of us want to see him go to Liverpool, and I don't believe he will. But, you know, for a club like Liverpool, with players such that they have got, for them to come calling on one of your players, that's actually a big mark of respect. So I admire that in Liverpool, but you're not having him, so keep your hands off. Jared Bowen is an absolute revelation to the club, an absolute revelation. And I see you've also got one of Aaron Creswell's shirts hanging up there.
Aaron Creswell, he's also been
fantastic player. What did you
Yeah.
think of the red card the other night against Lyon?
Yeah, I was not surprised because when the match ended, we were now seeing secrets of who the ref was. We saw that he was somebody who was involved in match fixing. He's somebody who, I mean, have taken bribe, and then I think not even the red card as such. He was just giving our players yellow card here and there. Just look at what Jared Bowen just the touch of Jared Bowen to MSN was just something that you could have just cautioned him, but he just flashed with yellow card. He made Rice not to flow well because Rice was already having a yellow card. If Rice was to get a yellow card in that match, he would have missed the next leg. But the ref has been somebody who was, talk of the day. And we are not surprised that there's somebody who has taken bribe before can do same in front of more than 60,000 people. You just decided to just give this wrong. Look at what Dembele reacted. He blinked the eye, knowing that it was something that he fooled the referee into doing.
I think it was a very, very disgraceful.
This was a very disgraceful night.
Parties, you know. I think Dembele, he was disgraceful in doing what he did.
He wasn't getting much.
The referee was disgraceful for brandishing a red card instantly without even checking it on VAR.
That was
VAR didn't even intervene. You know, there was a foul on. Who was the foul on? Pablo Fornals, I believe it was.
Yeah. You see,
no, it might have been Jared Bowen. It was Jared Bowen. There was a foul on Jared Bowen, which wasn't blown for, and then within the same, section of play, Creswell gets the red card. So
that's what I'm saying.
I think there's an appeal there to be had.
I think UEFA sometime we have to blame them. You implemented a machine that rectify errors. So if a referee is having a thought, and then a VAR2 is still having a thought, that is why they provided that machine. You can just walk at least 10 to 15 steps, and then you are there. Just watch this and correct your own mistakes. You say you don't want to go. You understand? So this is something that the referees are doing, and then we are saying that if like they are not in consultants with the VAR, it is not fair. And this thing nearly cost us, I mean, a loss. Yes, but we're just on our feet. My status were very good, and then the draw, I mean, was very also okay for us. Maybe the wonders will be in Seville. Hey, sorry, it will be in Lyon, and then we'll just go to the ultimate in Seville and then play the final.
Yeah.
So we'll do the wonders in Lyon. And then Seville is the ultimate.
I think we can go to
Stadium.
Lyon and take a win from there. I hope we
Yeah.
can anyway. We'll have a different referee. That probably won't go against us. Your phone's ringing. Yeah, that won't go against us, and hopefully, you know, we'll go out there with our heads held high. You know,
we
may not have Aaron Creswell with us, but you know, we'll have to make do without.
Yeah.
We'll have to make do without. Okay, well, just a couple of two more small points that I want to cover with you quickly.
Okay.
So with the current squad that we have, are there any players that you would particularly like to see transferred out in the summer window?
Okay.
Are there any players at West Ham that you would like to see go?
I think you know, West Ham has been a team that in terms of transfer market, the list continue long. Even the January transfer window just passed by. We were seeing interest of, let me say, fans, because it's not always from the management, because we see fans, I mean, saying we should buy this player, But I believe in the recruitment department, but we just have to do a little bit adjustment from our academy players as well. You see that Connor Coventry is doing a very great job at MK Dons. And then he's somebody that I'm saying that he can fill the void of Rice, in case maybe we are not, because Rice, we can't keep Rice for long. I know that.
Yeah.
No matter how it is, we can't keep Rice for long. But we just have to try to bring some of the good players. So let's leave it to management. But I'm thinking that if we just bring up Connor Coventry to back to the first team play, then we can go through the defense, because what will I say? Obuna is just been offered another 1 year, so there's no time for him, even if he comes back, but you just play for a short period. Dawson the H2 is catching up. We still need some fresh pairing. Zuma has been fantastic, so Issa Diop too is there, but we need to just adjust one central midfield. And then the second option too as well, we just need to just go out and then buy some of this 30 million, 20 million, 30 million, 20 million player that can, compete, so that in case maybe what will I say, Antonio is not that firing, and then he can just come in. So I always say I don't have favorite players to just call in, but what the management brings, they should look at, quality. I don't believe in maybe the flaps that we are talking about, because some of this in the fans, we will say, but the management know what they bring. Because I was seeing people calling on Phillips on £15 million to come and pair with Declan Rice. I've seen people, bringing so many names. But I don't know, I think the management will have to just look at what they will bring. So we are saying that next season should just be a season that will just have some, good players to come and play in. Then we can have another good season as well.
Yeah. Okay. And my last question to you really is, what do you see us achieving at the end of this season? Where do you think we might finish in the league? And how much further can we go in the Europa?
Yeah, looking at this season, I think just that we just play some little bit matches more than I think Arsenal is still having matches to play. You understand? Wolves just lost yesterday. I was very happy about that. And then we have not just opened we are now opening the gap. Away with Wolves. I think we want to finish in the Europe spot. Now that the Conference League is there, it's also a European football. So if you see us finishing safe or that is my hope that we can finish in the season. But the top four, actually, I don't think we can go in. Let me just be honest, because looking at the rest of the matches that is coming, and then we can go in, but I mean the points are increasing day in and day out. So the safe, if we miss out on the safe, we cannot just go above 7-2, because I think that if somebody is playing safe, we still have a European football to play. So I think I'm looking at that point, so that we can have a good season next season to come in. But in the Europa League, I think what we just encountered at the London Stadium shouldn't just put our spirit down. Let's just go all out. We've been doing fantastic in the campaign. We can do it, and then we're just hoping that maybe Antonio should have another good day, because sometimes he's not scoring, but when he's bullying the defenders, it leads to goals. It doesn't matter score, but if we just have a good game, and then let's also hope that Rice, still meet his composing, so that he can just still deliver those dirty balls to the forward. I see us in the final, of course, because Barca, we just want to beat Barca, because Barca drew, but I'm thinking that Barca are going to eliminate Eintracht Frankfurt.
I believe we're capable of doing that as well.
Yeah, because the Barca West Ham feud has arisen since before the pairing, and then everybody just want to see us. Do something very crazy to Barcelona, and then we're gonna see it. So let's just see that we just have a good game at Lyon. Then the Barca challenge will come, and then maybe you'll see us in the final at Seville.
That's good. I'm glad. Yeah. I'm really pleased with that. Okay, look, we're going to wrap things up a little bit, Abdul. But can you, if you could send me over your contact details, so that if people want to donate anything, they can contact you directly. So just put a little appeal out for whatever you need. And in the edit, I'll put the details of contact across the bottom of the screen.
Okay, no problem. I think I'll just send you my address. So that is where we receive some items when they come. So as he said, let me just use this opportunity to appeal to our lovely listeners. West Ham, we are always a family. So we are just preaching the message across the length and breadth and on the street of Ghana. Went to the north, and then we commissioned some McNoble Center. We've been in Tamale, we've been in Kumasi. Where we have fans, we just go there, share them this West Ham merchandise. So if you have it, it doesn't matter the condition. If you just don't need it, if this doesn't fit you anymore, if you guys want to dig it out, I think our address will be given out, and then you can just reach us through Daily Mail. Royal Mail. If you post it to Royal Mail, in 2 weeks we're gonna have it. So we will leave our address with our brother. So maybe if you contact him directly, maybe he can resend you the address. Yeah. Then if you guys want to contact us directly,
will be across the bottom of the screen there.
Yeah. So anything that you need to know, you can contact him, and then he's gonna reach out to you. So thank you. It's always good, and then a moment to talk about West Ham. For me, I guess it's West Ham.
And this won't be your last appearance on Green Street Elite, so I'll invite you back on again very soon. I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day to talk to me today. I really appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
I'm hoping that now that a few more of the viewers and listeners will have a little bit more of an idea of how much passion runs through you guys out there for West Ham. Which is, why we're highlighting the fact that you guys, are part of the group. I have you on the WhatsApp group that I'm running. And also we have some members from Gambia now as well.
Yeah, I've seen them.
So that'll be nice as well. I'll get to chat to one of their representatives fairly soon, I hope. Just goes to show how worldwide West Ham are. And you try saying that with all them W's. But it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, Abdul. I am going to have to cut us to an end now because I've got to get back to work.
No problem.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Please, pass my regards on to all of your members.
No problem.
We appreciate you all. West Ham appreciate you all.
Thank you very much.
Don't forget to keep sending in videos and photographs into the group.
No problem.
They will,
As
they will
usual,
get
as
shown.
usual,
Come on,
as
you
usual.
Iron.
Come on, you irons. Come on, you irons. Done.
I'll show a quick video and then we'll be gone. Thank you
Okay.
very much again for joining me, Abdul. Don't
Thank you
forget,
very
ladies
much.
and gentlemen, Ghanaian hammers, and you know, the details are running across the screen. Talk to you real
Okay.
soon, everybody. Have fun. Take care.
Artie, Zen. Yeah. Look, we're just gonna throw some bars in, have a bit of a laugh, have some fun. Hope you guys like it. Much love. You know it is. Come on, you irons. When I jump on a track, I flow like an artist. Lyrical brush, I paint all my hardship. Take off too fast, so strap up your harness. Leaving the ocean parted. Moses, nothing. Needing to find my bro like Reddit's. Fanatic, but I know my death's no challenge. I ain't the hardest, can't be rapping and wheeling. Chilling in the back street, chatting. Or we can stand in your place. Handstand down while we dance in your grave. Handstand plan, there's no chance of a fake. I've been a fan cam ram, but the man on the plate unhinged. Hit the bars so hard, see that cringe. Solar bars, changing the colour of your skin. Polar charts, feeling the Arctic wind. Know my path, lit in the darkness in. I know it's hard to be the goat at last. I wanna show my cards, I got a bro with hearts, gonna devote my part to the bro from the start. Might as well go through him a dart as I load my hope. I'm broke, I chose to go alone. I know my death's from overdose or comatose. Will blow my bro dope to rope, abuse a choke, abuse a coach, diffuse at home. Flips up a pound, gives up on crowns, trips up, falls down, sits up on ground, sits up and out. Two brothers bounce, lives ups and downs. She comes around, it's us without the us. And ours, how the fuck did I wake up here from the haze and beers and the games of beers? How the fuck do I make it clear? I don't chase that gear that I hate from fear, and this is just a test of flows. And my grades are the best with those. Tell me that I'll let it go. That we frozen, let it float. Nah, we got that pound hidden in a mattress. Evergreen, not Everdeen, not Katniss. Snakes there, changing their faces. Too many catfish. Cause I'm a beast in the East, G's leaving these heat beats. Needing to keep free, pleasing the peace we see. In the seas needs heaps in the aqua. Deeds for the backup, creeping the black up. Flee from the sergeant, dress up to dapper. I am the one, no matter. My tracks are toony, you boys are loony. Calling him Clooney, just another actor. Your bitch mouth like a Fuji, passing around like a doobie. Taking her out, she's a foodie. I am a dragon, she slew me. And this is just a test of flows, hence the road ends at home. Dressing zones, finesse the flow up. Hiroshima, you know I'm gonna blow up. Cause the market needs another glow up. Flesh is getting harder, man's not gonna show up. When I jump on a track, I flow like an artist. Lyrical brush, I paint all my hardship. Take off too fast, so strap up your harness. Leaving the ocean parted. Moses, nothing. Needing to find my bro like Reddit's. Believe it, I know my death's no challenge. I ain't the hardest, can't be rapping and wheeling. Chilling in the back street, chatting. Yeah.